In South Carolina, we don't get much snow, if any at all. This past winter, we saw snow flurries in January, just once. And then in February, we got an actual snowfall. How delightful! I do love seeing the snow. Even the cat is entertained at seeing the snow falling. How wonderful to see it, even if for a brief time. Finally get to see snow. It's supposed to be 3 to 5 inches, but it's coming just as the sun's going down, so probably won't see it till the morning, but we're supposed to have snow today and tomorrow. How fun. Well, look at that. We actually got a snow cover during the night. The rain gauge is exaggerating the snowfall. We didn't quite get that much. In South Carolina, our winters are short, and we don't usually have too many days when it stays in the freezing temperatures, but this past winter was one of our coldest, so the snow hung around for a couple of days. One of the great things about living in South Carolina is that spring comes earlier than the northern states. I love coming outside in the springtime. It's a little cool. The trees are beginning to bud. Yeah, blue skies and sunshine. And the birds are singing their happy little tunes. It is March the 7th, and the daffodils are already in full bloom. The first sign of spring. Hello, spring. Do you hear that? The sounds of spring. The birds are singing. Some say robins are first sign of spring. Blueberry bushes are budding. I see some birds gathering materials for building nests. Squirrels are gathering materials to build their nests because babies are born in the spring. We just had a grandchild born in February, a little early for spring. But in South Carolina, in March, spring comes early. Little squirrel. I love to take time to observe nature around me. Observing the little animals reminds me that rebirth is happening. They work with purpose. Springtime usually invokes a renewed energy for me to get things done too. Spring is such a wonderful time of the year. This is the mama. There's been a squirrel out here collecting materials for building a nest. Or is this one digging up something? I think this is the mama. She's working on her nest. She's gathering materials to build her nest. Springtime is coming. It's a very chilly day today. There's a bit of a wind, which makes it feel colder. The daffodils are already blooming. This mama squirrel is preparing her nest. I assume it's a mama. Can't really tell. Back to her nest, and she's putting her materials in her nest. Can't see her from this angle. She's nervous about my presence out here. Hey, Grandma. I suppose you want breakfast, huh? I'm going to bring out your breakfast. It's a lovely spring day. My husband and I are just kind of getting rid of stuff and cleaning up our yard. You could say we're doing a little spring cleaning. We're taking out a few trees that we feel are useless and kind of in the way. But it should have been on the other side. Why did he put it on this side? He's not a lumberjack. Now he's going to tie a rope. We don't have a rope, so we're going to use an extension cord. He's going to tie a rope on the top part of it. He was thinking he would be able to just pull it over, but that wasn't happening. Tight enough, then it won't slip because the bottom is wider than the top. Assess the situation. It was making me nervous. Him up on a ladder, making that last cut, there was a likely possibility of something going wrong. The tree might not just fall over nicely. It could come straight down, hitting him or knocking him off the ladder. I didn't want him to get hurt. So I offered to pull the cord away from him while he made that last cut to hopefully avoid a great disaster. Here goes nothing.
Not like that.
Now listen, if something goes wrong, if things start to fall, drop your saw.
Exactly.
And
try to get those.
Think about where you're going to fall and jump.
I was standing far enough away that the treetop would not fall on me. Last minute, I told him to hold while I leveraged a nearby tree to wrap the cord around. As it turned out, the trunk did bump the ladder, but not enough to knock it over. At least it avoided hitting my husband in the head. He said he gets to live another day. I said, "You can thank me." And he did.
My safety rope. Safety.
Good. Way to go. I get to live another day.
Yes.
Thank you.
Success. He lives for another day.
So keep it from
Yeah,
binding.
yeah. That's a good idea. Still attached. Crack.
Almost.
Just a few more cracks.
A few more cracks. Crack.
We need to get a chainsaw. Chainsaw would make the job easier.
You sure it's not an oak?
No, that is a persimmon tree. It dropped fruit. Persimmon fruit.
I heard you can eat them.
Yeah, but they're so small.
Yeah.
It's a big job to
I
do
heard you can
something
do, yeah,
with
you
it.
gotta do something with them to
Yeah.
make them edible.
Yeah, I attempted to make some pudding out of it once. It's too much work.
No.
They're so small and they got a big seed in the middle. Their seed, when you split it open, it'll predict if you're going to have a lot of snow. If it has a spoon, you're going to have a lot of snow to shovel.
There's a rubber band in there.
can see some splits growing. Yeah, I knew it was going to take out the fence. That's why I took the door off.
It's doing it for us.
We're going to take the fence down anyways.
Yes, I knew that.
Well, this tree got dropped on the fence, but that's okay because the fence is going too. We no longer have chickens, so we're taking down all the fencing. I'm getting rid of my on-the-ground garden beds because in my old age, I don't like getting down on my knees. I don't like bending over so much. The only garden beds that I will keep are the strawberry beds that I have that are waist height. This tree here was a persimmon tree, a fruit-bearing tree. It just dropped messy fruit all over the place. Fruit that I can't really do anything with. I tried. But we'll keep the nice oaks for the shade tree. We're thinking that right between these two would be a great place to put a hammock. So it could be under the shade, and then the squirrels could drop stuff on you because we have lots of squirrels around here. And we're thinking about putting a garage right here. So we're going to take out this fence. And our burn pile is growing. And I hope we can get this burned soon. I think there's a burning ban in South Carolina because of the fires in North Carolina and South Carolina. I'm glad they caught the lady who started fires in Myrtle Beach. Hope it doesn't get this far. We're far enough away, but you know, fires can spread and people can be stupid. The bottom of this freshly cut tree was too heavy to move. Jose said if we could just get it to the edge of the property where it can decompose, that could work. I suggested that we could both work to drag it. So we fashioned a grip on it with 2 extension cords. Since we don't have a rope, we really should buy a rope. One extension cord we made a loop, and the other we hooked onto the loop, and it was long enough that we could team pull the log to where we wanted it to rest. That did the trick. Timber!
Hulk smash!
Oh, we got 3 trees down and a large section of the fence removed. We still have a little more fencing to take out, and then we got this little piece of fence right here that needs to come off. But I'm tired, so it's quitting time. Got a big pile of yard waste to burn that we've built today, and we put the big logs over here to compost. They'll just lay there and rot and eventually become compost because it's out of the way. It's kind of at the very back of the yard, just at the base of where the trees are. Progress in our spring cleaning. Now we are burning the yard waste before the pile gets too big, because we still have a few more trees to take down, more branches to pick up. With all these trees on the property, it seems to be an eternal process of picking up sticks, picking up branches. We're beginning to think that if we had less trees, we'd have less work, less leaves to drop. I don't care so much about the leaves in the backyard, but the front yard. The front yard is where we rake the leaves. We just got a chainsaw, so we are going to take down a few more useless trees, especially the ones that are leaning really bad or the really ugly scrub oaks. We'll keep the nice oak trees, the ones that grow tall and straight. But the scrub oaks, I hate them. They're just an ugly tree. This tree right here, that's a very big tree. That's a tree you want to take out, but we're going to get help with that one because it's huge. These two oak trees are very nice trees. They grow nice and tall and straight. Make wonderful shade trees. We keep those. We have a nice fire break all the way around where we burn. We all have water hose nearby. We are experienced in burning yard waste. We have to do it so frequently. We have another pile like this out front on the side yard that we have to burn as well. But we'll just do one pile at a time. The pile is nearly burnt. And we can build it up and make another pile. There's always so much waste that needs to be burned around here. I pulled up the green stakes after I disconnected them all. Well, Jose began to roll up the wire. What he didn't think about was raking up the leaves before rolling the fence. So the roll was gathering a bunch of leaves and pine straw, making it harder to roll.
We should cut this in half.
No. More valuable pull.
You gonna give it to somebody?
What?
You gonna give it to somebody?
It could be sold.
Where?
Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, you're gonna put a Facebook.
This is a perfectly good fence. Maybe we should have raked the leaves away from it. Have less mess on the bottom.
Good idea.
Why didn't you think of it? And now I have all this dog hardwire. It's about 4 feet high. There's a couple of pieces that are 2 feet. And I'm going to try to sell it on Facebook Marketplace. Last bit of fence. We got the wire off and we can take these 2 poles out. I have left one small section of fencing here because there is a bird house and it could have a bird's nest in it, and this is springtime, so I don't want to disturb it just now. So we'll just kind of leave that till springtime's over and the birds have hatched. Then we'll take out that last bit of fence. So I just rolled up the end and just set it there. We'll wait until after spring and then we'll take this section down, but for now it can stay there. It's not in the way, but we got all the fencing down. Oh, we still have some posts to pull out of the ground, but the chicken fence is down. Yes. You're stronger than I.
Just a little. Believe it or not.
Big
Deep.
hole.
2 feet down.
Yeah, I've got dirt over there I can put in it. I can fill in the hole.
Yes, you can.
Well, we got a good start on our yard cleanup, but there's still more work to do. The burn pile is already building up again. Managing the yard is a lot like housework. It is never really done. But I do feel a sense of accomplishment.